Cusper, welcome back to Deep Heights. Thank you for joining me. My name is Deborah, for those of you who are new, or if you've forgotten just that my name is Deborah. Welcome. Okay, Cusper, it's been a minute since I've done a reading, and I've got the bones of a lost and found spread laid out here, so let's get into it. So the situation, I feel that this is past energy here. We have Indy for you, Cusper, and this, of course, I would want to go to indecision, but I don't feel necessarily that it's indecision. I feel that it's insecurity. And this is stemming from the past, something deep within you that feels not good enough and afraid to come out, to show the world and be who you are. There's something about you that's holding back, that's holding in, that's like a splinter within you that bothers you, that almost drives you mad. And I'm saying that, I guess I'm thinking about when Morpheus tells Neo, like, you know something is wrong with the world, and it's like a splinter in your mind. But it's not necessarily just what's wrong with the world, yes, but this is something within you. It could be something wrong that you feel like there's something wrong with you. It could be ancestral, generational um, trauma, something that's happened. But you see, Indy is there standing on this character who's kind of crazy looking, kind of mad, kind of silly, simple. How you would think of someone who's kind of just simple. Um, but I feel like you have something of great value to offer to the world here with these two balls, with these spheres. That is something that you've created, that you create yourself, that you have in your hands, that you do with your hands. Very delicate, very graceful, very beautiful, very valuable, that you want to bring to the world. Not maybe not even just to the world, but to others, to people in your world, to yourself, to someone. Accepting yourself and seeing your own worth has been the situation here. And I don't want to get too lost in that, because we're leaving this behind. You're leaving this behind, this energy. You're stepping out of this energy. And as what's lost, we have the Dark Lady and the Fairy Guide here. This is card 0 and card 20. I feel like you're no longer blinded. Like when you look within yourself and you look at those experiences that you've had way back, and that are deep within you, and even the things that are happening currently to you or in the world, they can be overwhelming and blinding. But you're finding your power and your strength within to come out of that. Your eyes are adjusting to the dark here. And I see you, whatever it is that you have in your hands is very bright and very shining. It's your soul, your spirit, who you are somehow. And you're leaving behind those old fears. You're not listening to those doubts. And I do, because there are a lot of feminine cards here, which always make me think of the mother. And this applies for everyone, whether you're man or woman. And I've talked about this before in my readings, the difficulties that we have with our mothers. And if our mother was lacking in some kind of way and wasn't able to offer us the type of love that a child needs, it affects you long term. And we find as adults that we're trying to deal with this as it comes up, these wounds from the inner child, like I'm talking about here, that leave us meek and not wanting to move. I'm not good enough. I must not have been good enough. And that just simply isn't true, because while you aren't responsible for that, and I'm not saying that your mother is bad or whatever person, because that's what I'm picking up here is bad, inherently bad, but whatever was there has left scars and left wounds. in this darkness that overwhelms. It's overwhelming and blinding. You don't want to look at it. It hurts too much. But it must be looked at. It must, like, if there's a splinter there, it must be pulled. Whatever it is, I feel like it must be pulled. And it must be examined with the tools that you have now, with who you are now, and no longer being afraid or blinded by that. What's found, we have unity in the RAR. And this is like the healing that comes after you are I feel like we go through life always avoiding the pain or anxiety. And for me, and the you know teachers that I've listened to, and things that I've heard, is from Michael Tesorian, when he talked about anxiety, years ago, and I still practice this today. It doesn't matter when I watch those videos or teachings, right? That you make that anxiety your friend. And what that meant to me was, what is it that my spirit is asking for? What is it that the inner child in me needs, or that soul? What is it that my soul is asking for? Those experiences, how can I help them now to heal? What is it? How am I living my life? What do I need to do to live my life more authentically, to heal, to come together? Because within you, you have, with this RAR and this unity, that's source, that's spirit, that's within you. So it's like, when you touch that within yourself, with who you are, it's like you're not touching it alone. You have to get there alone, but you're not alone, and you have to touch it to heal it, and listen to it. What does it need? What do you need? But you've got to you're getting past this, and if you're not, this is what's being asked of you. That it's like not going into the dark. It's like you're not always are you in the pitch black. Yes, it's the dark because it's the shadow, the unconscious or the unknowable, but you must do it consciously as well, even though you don't really know how to get there, that you guide yourself because you already know where it is, you're already there. These are the mysteries, the great mysteries. But what you find there, here with this unity card, that's just, it's a new spark, new growth for you, and healing, I feel. It's the one. Here with this RAR. I want to say that spirit is, it finds you, because here with this unity card, it's somehow, oh, what's the word? Directed, like the energy here within yourself is directed, whereas in the past it's just kind of been all over the place. It's out of order, chaos here in the past with this dark lady energy and fairy guide. You have the part of you has been without order from those wounds, and as you touch them and heal them, you become ordered, which is grace, which is life and spirit. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like I'm trying to sometimes with these readings, you're trying to give words and voice to the unspeakable and the unknowable, the unexpressible. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Bright Mother, and at the split, we have the Journeyman. And I feel like these are journeys for us to who we are. And if you're a man watching this, it doesn't have to be like you're on a journey to becoming a woman, right? These are energies. These are this very receptive energies, or healing that within yourself as a man. You know, women raise men and women, and we all have wounds. If you're watching this far, you have wounds. And it's a journey towards healing those aspects of yourself, because men and women, we all have masculine and feminine energies. And balancing that and healing that within yourself. That way, when you go on in life, how you treat yourself and how you treat others, your own children, is healthier, I want to say, but ordered. That it is a journey. And this journey that we're talking about here has a lot to do with feminine energies, and it's important. But with this journeyman, it's card 15, and then we have the bright mother, which is 16. 6 and 7. Sixes and sevens. Out of balance, out of whack. Craziness, right? 6 and 7 is, of course, 13, which is death, transformation, healing, karma. But you see here in this journeyman card, there's movement again. You see how it's like ordered. If the circles are feminine, it's the feminine the feminine within you has been unbalanced and crazed. I was talking about how he's standing on this head that just kind of looks kind of crazy. It's not taking any action, or the action that's been taken in the past has been imbalanced. But here it's integrated, healthy masculine within, and is moving harmoniously in strength. And we have this wand here, which of course would be masculine energy, balancing that feminine. 15, the devil card, Saturn, time, karma, restrictions, but also about movement, because Saturn does not sit still. You must work, put in the work for this and moving forward. And you feared somehow this work, and it isn't the work. I'm not saying you have not put in the work outside, but you've been afraid to put in that work inside, and that's understandable. No one wants to touch those wounds. That's extremely difficult and unpopular. No one wants to do that. It hurts, but that's how we heal. It's how you heal. And I feel like it's time. It's time. And it's time. You want it to be time. It's just scary. It's definitely scary. And also what I feel is that, say I'm talking to you and you are completely balanced now and you are moving forward. It's like, that's never far behind for you. The past. It's never, like, there's always the scar and the memory, and the wound the scar is tender. There's a tenderness there with that scar, no matter where you go, no matter how balanced that you feel. I do feel that there's a one day you're doing really well and the next day you're not. And that's okay. That's okay. It's being able to be honest with yourself and seeing yourself honestly, without distraction, in truth, the gentle, intuitive insight. Penetrate in the core and the now. Penetrate to the core and the now. And it's like, I feel like that's where we get how this journeyman here with this wand and this sphere, the circle and the staff, this penetration, you needed both to harmonize that within yourself, to penetrate into your own depths, into your own self, to your own truth, but doing it softly, with love and with care as you go on your journey, as you heal, continue to heal in your life. On the back of this card, we have this Buddha here with the silence, this quiet. You might not have much quiet time. You need to make time for your own quiet. And I also think of the Eon card with Horus, this rebirth. There's confusion, I feel. A need to cleanse the mind, cleanse the spirit, cleaning your wounds. Also, cleaning the wound out hurts. It hurts when you have to wash out a wound. It's painful. On the bottom of the deck, we have after completion. Doubt. Doubt is an essential inspiration. In the spiral of life, all ends are beginnings. The fuel is to question. The circles. All ends are beginnings, and I had been thinking something before, is that the only way to end is to begin, and the only way to begin is to end. That it's in the now, like this penetration to the core of the now, and this doubt, like, I need to get it done, or how am I going to feel when it's over? I know I'll feel better when it's over. I don't know, is it ever over? We have two 63s here, this after completion and this indie card. All we have is just, we have now. Don't worry so much about how you're going to feel, or how is it going to be, and is it going to leave a scar and a mark, and am I going to feel better? I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that, but I don't have to know. You know. Or you don't know. There's a need to do. Oh, this got all weird and mystical. So let's check the frequency here. You're leaving it behind. I want to tell you that, it's our scars that make us beautiful, but it doesn't disfigure you. And I just read something, actually, was, I don't remember who said it and exactly how it was, but it was that, God doesn't look at diplomas, degrees, and certificates. He looks at scars. The Creator, the Most High, the gods, the goddesses, whatever you want to call it, spirit, isn't interested in them. Is interested in your scars. What have you come through? How have you healed from them? Have you healed from them? Do you need help healing from them? Because maybe you're like, wow, I have this big scar. And it's like, in comes spirit to help you heal that. But you have to let the scar form. You have to find it within yourself. Because it's spirit that cleanses us. Our souls. Communication. Card 14, to think of the art card. Communicating. And I don't feel like this is communicating with anyone's self. I feel like this is honest communication with yourself. And your own spirit, with your own guides, with your own past, with your own scars. And through that, somehow signals are sent out. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through the heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Running things through our heart. But if our hearts are broken, how are we interpreting those messages? And that's how I feel like it is here with this indie card. that there's something within you, within your heart, that it has to pass through this as well. And things aren't getting through to you or out. And not with everyone. I'm not saying that this is with everyone, but Spirit sees this, you see this, your higher self sees this, and this wants to be healed. This needs to be healed. This needs to be touched and recognized. It wants to communicate, that part that's within yourself. Those wounds are speaking to you, trying to speak to you. Okay. Let's get one of these. Here with this 14, with this art card, the Sagittarian energy, this healing energy, she's bringing together the fire and like the lightning, the water, these completely opposite things, but to heal, it's like it burns and it cuts at the same time, but it creates something new, this healing. And that's within you. That's your heart. That's your spiritual heart, I feel like, Sagittarius. This energy, that's the heart of your soul. Sacred. Coming up. It's what's sacred. This hawthorn. It's holy work. It's sacred. These processes. Not everyone. This isn't for everyone. And it isn't something you go about doing with everyone. It's done alone, but you can have support in doing it. You have friends and people who love you. Speak to them as well. Okay. Let's close with a healing oracle. New day and truth, an 11 and a 12. New day is the 11 and truth is the 12. 23. Freedom, I feel, is the 23. Freedom is what comes next. It's that new day in truth and in healing. It's on the bottom. Integration. Change here with this serpent. It's being in the world, but being renewed. With your eyes open, having been blinded in the past, like with this dark lady and this fairy guy. Your eyes are open. And with open eyes, you have a new day in truth and freedom. I wish you well, Cusper.